D.
mode. Well, that too.
Put it in D.
Put it in D. Gotta get that D. All right. Here we go, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have all you live folks here. And
none of you dead ones.
And that's true. Wait, I gotta save our
Save our progress.
Our progress. Yeah, save your progress. Oh, no, don't forget to save. F5. Save, right. Everybody. All right. Here we go. This is it. It is time, and it begins in 3, 2, 1.
I return at last to the long slumber, to the great forest beyond.
And now you know the rest of the story.
The morning stream. I got a thumb. I got a middle finger.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream. For what day is it? September 14th, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson, that guy right there in his handsome football support shirt. Brian Ibbett.
Support shirt?
Yeah, they call it support shirts. What is that?
Jersey?
I guess there is an actual thing where a dude would wear a support shirt that's supposed to, thin them up.
Support parts of his body.
Yeah, yes, I don't want to imply Brian's wearing a support shirt. I'm just
saying
need
support.
He's supporting his home team.
Various body parts.
He likes the Broncos. He lives in Denver, near Denver. So,
Exactly.
He's
gotta like the Broncos out. You don't have to really like the Broncos out here, but this year I kind of like the Broncos.
You're the closest I have to a team. Like, we don't have an
We are,
NFL
yeah,
team.
Exactly. At least to a football team. I mean, you guys have other pro sports there. You got the Jazz.
Yeah, we got the one.
And
that's it.
there you go. And then that's it.
Yeah. We got the Real soccer thing, which
you have other pro sport out there.
We have other sport to play. Congratulations on a team. Well done.
Yes.
You've done it.
Although I'd say the Raiders are now closer to you.
They are.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
That's true. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry, Denver. You're out.
So much for that.
Yeah. You're not on the good list anymore. I'm going to Vegas.
On the naughty list now.
Yeah, I wonder if I'll ever get to go to a game there. I want to, I think. Do I want to go to a pro game? Let's just pretend we're not even COVID times. Forget about that.
All right, outside of COVID times.
Outside of COVID
absolutely
times.
do, right?
Do I?
mean, I know crowds, just pre-COVID crowds bother you.
I don't
being
like
around
crowds.
people.
I don't like crowds. Yeah, being around other human beings is a real problem for me.
All right, well, imagine this, though. It's you, me up in the stands, Mitsula next to us. Telling us the odds of that kicker making that shot or that tight end catching that ball or whatever. And
how long
later
were we
that
in line?
night, we're going to go get some Cornish pasties downtown Las Vegas to the Cornish pasty. And,
how long were we in line though to get into seating? Like, how bad was that?
Well,
because that's my problem. Once I'm in. We're good.
That's usually not a big deal, right? Because it's basically like they open the doors for an hour and a half or 2 hours before the game starts, and people just kind of trickle in.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
it's not like you're waiting at Disneyland to ride the Mr. Toad or something.
That's true. And also in post-COVID times, or whatever, things are never going to be exactly packed like they used to be. So there's chances it would be a little less crazy anyway. So, yeah, you know what? I'm in. Let's do it. First chance we get.
All right. Sounds good.
Raiders game.
Pasties. By the way, yes, pasties. Zoe Brings Bacon is correcting me. They're Cornish pasties, not Cornish pasties, because that's what strippers wear on their nipples.
Yeah, Brian was making a joke about the pasties.
Cornish. No, I wasn't. I was really.
Oh, you really thought it was pasties.
Cornish strippers. Because you know what? They're very similar to a pastry. They are a flaky crust with meat inside.
Yeah.
And so my mind says pastry, take out the R, pasty.
Yeah, because no one says pastries, right?
Right. You can say, I'm going to eat some pastries.
Yeah. Do you know a good place where you get some
Do you have a
pastry?
pastry with some raspberry filling? I'd love one of those, please.
Your Mr. Howell is still on point, by the way. Very good. Very good.
Going to be doing Mr. Howell forever. That's,
But I do like a live sports watching experience. I used to go to the
Yeah.
Grizzly hockey games here in Salt Lake for years and years and years. I did that, and then the prices got expensive, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore because it's too much. But when we were going, it was great. And get a hot dog and
Yeah, exactly.
go with your friends. and-
Stadium food is great. Listen, I'm wondering if my season tickets for the Colorado Mammoth are going to pan out this year. I paid for them. Let's see if I get to sit in them.
Oh yeah,
Because that was a thing we would do every winter into. I guess it would start in the winter and end before spring starts usually.
I mean, do you pay annually for them? Is that how that works?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has that come around yet?
Yes, because you pay throughout the first part of the year.
Gotcha.
And currently, I think they're either all paid. They're currently all paid for. About a month ago, they reached out and said, "We're going to not take your last payment until we know for sure that there's going to be a game or there's going to be games this year. And if there's no games, then of course we'll refund your money and we'll look ahead to
That's cool.
brighter days in 2021." So they're really good about that.
That's good. That's what you want out of your anything you put money into that, and all this stuff
Exactly.
happens. I get it.
Exactly. So looking forward to that. Hopefully getting to go to Colorado Mammoth games come December. So I mean that's we got a couple months more to figure things out.
You got time.
Stadiums are doing 25% capacity, and
Yeah, it's like going to a Nickelback
I'm not
concert.
hopeful. It's like going to Sturgis, Scott, and going to see Smash Mouth.
Well, no, at 25%, it's like going to Nickelback.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, it's already that low.
That's right.
See?
That's right. Because Smash Mouth was 100% capacity at Sturgis.
Yeah.
And
But Nickelback's normally, I don't know what their crowds are like. They may be doing fine. I don't know. It's popular to make fun of Nickelback, you know?
it's been a while. That's the wrong band.
Well, look at this photograph. All right.
There you go. That's a little bit more appropriate.
So this is lame. Saturday? Hold on. What day was it? Yeah, Saturday. Well, Sunday technically, but Saturday night, early Sunday morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I hear the following sound.
Okay.
Did you hear it? Did you catch that?
No, I didn't hear it. No.
Well, that's because it was the sound of silence.
Oh, okay.
So at 4 o'clock in the
Disturbed
morning,
was performing a live concert in your front yard.
I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just bolt out of bed, like, what's going on? Something's happened. And Kim's awake too. So we're both like, earthquake, freaking, like, what is it? Like, what's happened? We don't know. And
Right.
we
But you both woke up.
We both woke up, and we noticed then very quickly after, no power. Nothing's on. All the little charger lights in the house are off. Neighbors' lights are off. Everything's off. Street lights off. And the deafening silence was either that's what woke us up, or somebody else in Salt Lake wrote me and said it's possible you heard the tail end of a transformer exploding, because apparently one did. Because the thing's been getting overloaded. We had those like hurricane wind things, and that's still meant I think there's still like 10,000 people without power downtown or something, parts of downtown.
Really?
So
Okay.
yeah, so I think we were part of them fixing stuff, and then we got a surge or I don't know what in our area, and no power, and it didn't come back on till 8. Well, here's the problem. That's fine, right? 4 to 8, no one's doing anything at 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. anyway. Not a big deal.
It's not like you need to have your Wi-Fi then or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was fine. However, there was something about the general hum of the normal electrical world when
That
it's
you need.
missing. It's just I can't sleep, dude.
It's eerie, right? Yeah.
So I just laid there going, all right, I may as well just get up. But then I was like, I'm too tired to get up. So what'll I do? I'll look at my phone and see what Nextdoor says about other people who notice the power's out. And of course, a bunch of people popping in, going, "Hey, is
Right,
anyone's
yeah.
power out in the zone or the area west of the lake?" And
Did I forget to pay my bill again?
there was a lot
With
of that
me-
going on. So
When there's a power outage because I have a CPAP,
yeah,
all of a sudden it's like I wake up going, because I'm used to mouth closed, breathing out my nose through the CPAP hose, and when that stops, it's a very noticeable sensation.
oh yeah,
sure.
that would jolt me out of whatever I'm doing.
Wakes me right up. Yeah.
So, that reminds me. What was I going to say? I forgot now. Oh, to hear the sounds that we did get to have, though. So for that, so now it's not only dead silent, but in intervals of about 30 seconds or so, my battery backup down here is going meep, meep, every 30 seconds. Meep, meep, and I don't want to go do anything about it. I don't want to go down there. Why do I want to go down
I've got
there?
one right here that we would hear, and that would drive the dog crazy. That would actually make Daisy go nuts. She hates appliances or anything that makes any sort of beeping noise. It sucks. We have to, like, the last couple times we've started the sous vide, we have to send her outside to start the sous vide and then bring her back in.
What kind of sound does your sous vide make? Is it it's just beeps? Oh.
Like it just lets you know that it's plugged in and going, and then when it's running, it's a very simple like a very, very quiet hum.
Yeah.
But when you first plug it in or you turn it off, does that noise when you turn it off?
Yeah.
When
you have a
start
dryer
it.
washer thing that does that too as well, or just
Yes,
yeah.
dryer makes that noise.
At some point, somebody made a decision. There was some meeting somewhere where the consortium of dryer freaking engineers all got together in a room and said, hey, what if all of our dryers played a dumb song at the end that drive our dogs crazy? Yeah, that sounds great. Do it with stamp of approval.
What a great idea.
Now they all do it.
Well, I'm going to go take my lunch break, shoot some fireworks off. All right, see y'all. Bye.
Why can't this thing just go bong and then I know it's done? You don't need to play a whole stanza and a half of some song I don't know with a doorbell. That's awful. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Samsung and LG. You're right. Those are the guys. Those guys. I think they brought it to popularity, and now GE and everybody else does it too. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, it's so irritating. Or at least give us the preference to turn it off.
Yeah, give me the control.
Right.
I'm the captain now.
Exactly.
Fred and Can went up this morning. If you are entertained by comic strips and like them on the weekly, and you want to see what it's like for Fred to play the worst game ever with a can of food, today's your day. FredandCan.com. Go check it out. It's available
Very
now.
funny.
Or on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you get it. It's weekly. Check it out. You can sign up to get it in your email if you want. It's right there on the site. FredandCan.com.
I
All
love
right.
it in Twitter now. I love getting panel by panel because I don't spoil myself.
Right? You just flick, and you got it all done. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm the worst at that. I'll open a comic book page and I'll go right to the bottom right. I don't know why. You're like, no, start at the top left, Brian, and make your way down there.
What is that?
so
I
we
do
know-
that too sometimes with the comic book.
You do
I
that
gotta
too?
Stop
Yeah.
that. I'm going to stop
It's
that.
it's
That's-
like a human nature.
That's why that thing you like is. I've come around. Okay, real quick, give Brian some credit. I've come around. It used to be that if I'm on the iPad,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're about to talk about.
I would
Yes.
do full page scroll of comics and Comixology or the Marvel app or whatever. And Brian was always like, well, I like the guided view and the guided view, this and that and the other. And I've always been kind of iffy on the guided view because guided view for me means you're going to skip artwork or possibly skip artwork that you wouldn't see otherwise and things like that.
And you won't see the page as a whole sometimes, which is a drag, yes.
Yeah, and sometimes the page as a whole is an important
Is a panel.
part of the action,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Right.
so, and a lot of them are smart with the guided view. So when you're done with the individuals, it'll zoom out and give you one more shot of the big, and then, but not all of them do. So it's all that. And I was like, oh, maybe Brian's right. Maybe he's right. I've completely come around because I no longer have that cheat problem where I jump ahead or even just peripheral vision ahead, and the visual spoils me. Instead, I do guided, and now I'm used to it, and it's 100% cool. So Brian was right. Guided view all the way.
Oh, well, thanks.
No problem. I wanted to make sure you knew that.
You've got a huge iPad Pro, though. I've got the slightly smaller iPad Pro, so I can understand. Like when you're looking at the iPad Pro, boom, you see that whole page as big or bigger than as if it were a comic book in your hand.
Yeah. I've always said if they released a 25-inch one, I would totally get that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's because of all the art stuff, right? Like,
yes,
that's primarily
100%.
an art device for me, so I know that kind of throws everybody else's use cases out, but yeah, I totally would. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
25
Colorado
inch.
news, everybody. Colorado news.
About news, but last week it's just you gotta love Colorado. Last week, Wednesday morning, I'm getting out. I'm taking the broom, the O-cedar broom, out to the trees outside, and I'm knocking snow off of the branches so that they don't break.
That's so
2 days
weird.
later, 3 days later, I'm out bike riding around a lake, sweating my balls off, and 90 plus degree weather. So it's like, what the heck, Colorado?
Did that make any
Gotta love
sense? That whole week just makes no freaking sense.
It made absolutely zero sense. But man, we had a great Saturday. We went up. Our friend Amy's got a pontoon boat, took it up to Boyd Lake, I sent you a photograph from there. You're trying to get me to do tech support.
Oh,
Loop
I
back
know.
tech
I
support
felt
while I'm
bad.
out.
I felt bad because you were all having fun and relaxing and everything, and it looked
Whatever.
nice.
You didn't know. I didn't
No,
even
I
say
didn't
anything
know.
during Film Sack. It was like basically as soon as Film Sack ended, I went upstairs, put my bike shorts on. Did I put my bike shorts on? No, yeah, actually I did. Had my bike shorts on underneath my shorts.
Yeah.
Got on the boat, rode around on the boat for a couple hours, having fun there, and then they took me back to the dock. I grabbed my bike. They continued boating and swimming and stuff like that, and I rode around the lake while they boated. It was like the perfect day.
So nice, man.
So
Gosh, that sounds great. Did you slap
God.
on a handful of butter? Just give a big scoop?
I didn't. No, because it was only a 10-mile ride, and I don't need no taint lube on a 10-mile ride. That's 25 miles or more. I need the squish sauce.
There you go. Ooh, the squish sauce. That's a new one.
That's a new phrase.
Yeah.
The squish sauce.
I showed that picture to Kim because I was sitting next to her when you sent it, and I go, look at this. I go, look what Brian's getting to do today.
Yeah.
And she goes, I miss this sort of thing. I'm
I'm
like, well, honey, there's lakes everywhere. We can go find a lake.
Did you notice how you saw 0 people except for like the 3 people we were with in that photo?
Right. I told her, I said, it could be just me, you, and the dogs. Like, let's go.
Exactly. Yeah, just go. Pay $10 your daily access the lake fee. Hang out there on the side. Maybe take a barbecue grill, make some brats.
Yeah. Bring some of that jerky she made.
Yep. There you go. Just hang out there.
I've been eating way too much of that jerky she's making. For real. Like, I don't think it's good for me, but man. And she's not making super salty jerky. Like, it's low salt and just a little flavoring, but it's mostly just like, hey, we sliced this roast up real thin and then made jerky. And so it's healthier than anything you're going to get at the store. But it's still just a bunch of slices of beef, you know?
Right, yeah.
But man, I love it. Oh, gosh, dang it, dude.
It's so good.
If you lived here, you would already have a pack of it because this is what Kim does. She'll make a huge batch. I'm like, all for me. And then, nope, everybody gets a bunch of it. All the Tupperware disappears.
Some with Nick. Got to send some with...
This is how I know, though. I opened the cupboard and all the Tupperware's gone. It's gone. It's because she packed it up and gave it to the neighbors and the lady up the road we don't even know. And some guy passed by and she's like, oh, wait, hold on. And gets a little bag of it and takes it out to him. I'm like, honey, I need the beef jerky.
There's got to be some sort of poem in here. Scott got up, took a break from work. He went up to the pantry to get him some jerky. But the cupboard was bare because Kim likes to share. And
you're like an 80s rapper. I like it.
I'm like Nipsey Russell. I'm trying to figure out... how to end it. There's got to be like we need one last verse that ends with something that rhymes with Erky.
Yeah, what's Erky? Jerky, Erky,
Twerky,
Twerky,
something Miley Cyrus, something twerky.
Twerky.
Turkey. There's probably a turkey something in there, right?
Oh yeah, turkey. That's fine.
And now we can't handle the twerky. I like that even better. Thanks, Pops and Erkline.
Mo Herky. I have no idea. Well,
you know who's good with rhymes?
Who's that?
Is that Brian Dunaway?
Oh, he is pretty. He's like a rapper.
I'm trying to vamp while you pulling that.
No, this is great. I like what you did. Actually, I'm glad you said that because I just realized with my new setup, I have not routed the phone call stuff through here, so I'm going to do that real fast, or else I'll screw that up because nobody.
We're working on the new phone, the new loopback setup here. Sounds great, Scott.
Yeah, no problems. That I can tell. It's all good, right?
All good. I get no
issues.
Echoey, no. Yeah, sometimes I do get the occasional Discord echo, but there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, that's just Discord being Discord.
Mm-hmm. I'm like the Star Trek phasers when you have to deal with Borgs, constantly changing the sounds I make because Discord has me figured out. Like, oh no, shields up! He's making a different noise.
Have you had any echo today so far? Just technically asking.
A couple times,
okay.
Just a couple times.
All right.
But it's if I say something after a long period of time waiting.
Oh, weird. That's interesting. What if there's a way I can curb that? Maybe not.
Nah, it doesn't bother me one bit.
One iota, as they say. All right, let's call Dunaway. Let's get it up. That sounds terrible. Let's get this going. I'm going to play this. Oh, that's not loud. Hey, everybody, check it out. It's Brian Dunaway joining us, as he often does on Mondays and Wednesdays, to be a part of Babble Royale. Brian, did I say Justin? No, I didn't.
Yes.
Did I? Shit. Brian Dunaway.
Well, you started
Brian,
to.
how you
started
doing?
to say Justin.
Hello?
Brian,
What?
Oh, you're
Oh,
there.
hi.
Hi.
I'm not Justin.
No. You're
you're just in time
You're
for
just
Battle
in time.
Royale.
Oh, that's good play there, Ibbot.
You like that? Ibbot's got a million of them. Watch out. Look out,
He's
everybody.
in rare form today, my friend Ibbot is. I heard him spitting mad rhymes earlier and everything.
Yeah, he is a mad rhymer.
Yes.
Well, it's good to have you here. How the heck are you? You feeling all right? You doing okay?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay.
That makes me
Not
happy to
reading
hear.
the news or nothing today. There, I
Oh,
rhymed something too.
Wow,
Yeah,
look
look,
at
see?
you.
He
It's
just
like
did it.
Yeah.
Ibbot was right.
It's
Brian's
like little Nas X in the chat with us
Yeah,
today.
he's like a rap master G, or we should call you.
I consider myself to be more like little Xan. Not the
You're
current
like-
little Xan who's in rehab. I'm talking about the one from, years past where he was all doped up on Xanax.
I don't
you
know
what
who
I'm talking
that
about.
is. Tell me about it. I don't know. I've never heard of that name. Who's Little
You never
Zane?
heard Little Xan? Oh, come on.
No,
YouTube
for
rap
real.
sensation?
No, I've never heard of him.
All right, fine. Well, Google it.
All right, because it sounds like you're staying offline today, so you're not going to go look it up for me.
I ain't looking up nothing.
Yeah,
you know what
look
I'm
up
reading?
nothing. What?
I'm reading I'm revisiting the Stephen King book It
Oh,
on my Kindle with as little internet access as possible.
that sounds all right. Sounds all right. Except that book is disturbing.
Well, yeah, of course. It's a giant turtle at the end. Spoiler.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no! What?
Who knew? On the line with us, we have a listener who has been very patient. Hi, thanks for holding. Who's this?
Hey, it's Stephanie from Madison.
Hello, Stephanie from Madison.
Stephanie.
Man, I always like it when Stephanie calls.
I do too.
Is that weird that I like that? I just like it. It's not weird, right?
Here's my Stephanie
not
artwork
weird.
right here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. Stephanie, it's great to hear from you. We're going to play, as you know, this game. You know the rules, but I'm going to make Brian explain them anyway. Brian, can you explain the rules and how Stephanie could win?
Yes, I'm putting my artwork back with my blue tack. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic. They're going to go back and forth, giving me answers that stick to that topic like blue tack. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win will go to the other player. Stephanie, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for a couple of prizes from the Steam Games Cabinet. I should come up with a different prize location every time, right?
Right.
Like the closet.
From the right.
Like the bin. How about the here we go from the prize bucket. We've
The
got
prize bucket.
Pro Cycling Manager 2019, courtesy of Louis Loyo, and courtesy of Wesley, Hellblade, Senua's
Ooh,
Sacrifice.
That's a really cool game. It's very cool. Yeah. People should
Cool.
play that game. That's a game you
It
should play.
sounds scary. Hellblade.
It's actually not as scary as you might
What
think.
is
It
his
is
or her
dark.
Sacrifice?
Yeah, it's dark but not scary. It's more like I don't know. It's
Based
like
on- is there was a comic Hellblade, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
probably thinking
You're thinking of
Hellblazer.
Witchblade.
Or I'm
Oh.
thinking of Witchblade. Yeah, right.
no Witchblade, where she was the blade basically. She was
Yes.
she get naked and then her whole body get crusted over
Sarah
by some.
Pazzini or something like that. I know.
Yeah,
that's
that's it. That
Is
was
this
a
Sarah
Mark
Pazzini?
Mark Silvestri joint for
Yes.
Image back in the day. Yeah. Anyway, boy, look at the memory
I
on
call it
us.
a-
This is amazing.
Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a hell blade. Anyway, you can win it if you predictly correct.
Predictably.
Who's gonna come out on top?
That's great.
Yes, I said predictably correct.
Predictably. Yeah.
All right, you guys need a topic. This one comes to us from Lon Koenig, who says, in the original Star Trek, there are 7 main characters and 6 recurring characters.
Okay.
Pretty easy, right? Come on.
Oh no!
but it gets-
Stop there!
it's
Stop
about to get-
there!
It's about to get harder. Your
All right.
job is to give me their first names.
Ooh.
Some of the first
Oh,
names aren't
okay.
presented until the movies. Some of the recurring characters don't even get first names until the novels. To make it easier, we'll skip the characters where their names are never presented in Star Trek canon. Lieutenant
Jeez Louise!
Lemley and Lieutenant Leslie. We never find out first names in canon, so we'll skip those. But we want to know first names of the 7 main Star Trek characters and the 6 recurring characters on Star Trek. For this, I shall don the glasses, the Battle Royale glasses,
All right. Nice.
and I will ask Stephanie who she wants to go first and who she thinks is going to win.
Oh, well, third time's the charm, so hoping for a win this time.
And
I will say, I'm going to double down on Scott. So Scott,
All right.
can win, Scott
Oh,
goes first.
look at
Okay,
you.
First and win. I can try that.
all right, Scott's the double.
So these are
animal style.
recurring.
Double, toil and trouble.
That's right. Recurring characters, main characters, and recurring characters. So 13 characters you saw very frequently on the TV show Star Trek, and we want to know their first names.
The original Star Trek.
The original series, yeah, Star
Okay.
Trek
Right, and-
TOS.
TOS.
TOS. And they.
This is and this, by the way, is all bridge crew.
This is all
Well,
bridge
no,
crew.
All
I
bridge
take that
crew.
back. Not all bridge crew, but I mean, don't go looking for Khan.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
So you couldn't say, like, Beverly Crusher. That would be.
That would be incorrect.
That would also
Right,
be the
right.
wrong
Incorrect,
series.
yes.
Right, because that would be a different series.
Exactly, yeah.
But still, that would. Right.
That would be something. All right. I'm going to posit James T. Kirk, played by
Yeah, of
William
course.
Shatner.
But Tiberius.
Yeah,
James
but that's his
Tiberius.
I don't need middle name. If you've got middle name, I'll take it. But yeah, James Tiberius Kirk. James is all we needed there.
Okay.
I mean, we still need you say Kirk. Don't just say a first name and
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that
Kirk.
somebody's got it.
Always say Kirk.
Right.
Yeah. Just don't say it 5 times in the mirror. That's trouble.
What happens?
Turns
All
into
right.
Candyman. And bees fly out of
Right.
his mouth. Yeah, it's bad.
Mr. Dr. Sir Leonard McCoy.
Oh,
That's right. Do you know middle name, by the way?
Leonard Sauced Up McCoy.
Middle initial was only given on the show, H, but in the novel Shadows on the Sun, you find out it stands for Horatio.
oh!
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's
Leonard
interesting.
Horatio McCoy.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I would have never got that.
No, never. Okay. Well, geez. Let's stay with the Leonards and say Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock.
I was about to say that was kind of a cheat. I was curious about that myself, how that was going to go, because he's like Madonna, right? So there's not like a
kind of, yeah. But he has his mother's human. His dad is Sarek the Vulcan. I don't know if Sarek
His
has
full
a
name,
last
he
name.
does have a first name,
ooh, you
and
might
it was
want to
revealed
back
in the
out.
novel Ishmael, so
But does it
Dude.
count if it's in a novel and not on TOS?
it's still canon.
Do I have to know
Ooh.
that name?
Do you want to pick a different different
Oh.
character before
Jeez.
Is it Spock? Can I jump in there and say Spock?
All right. I'll do a different one then, because that changes things if I have to know.
yeah, that seems like that
novelization
would
stuff.
change things. And
I would have. That was kind of my guess too. Was it if
You thought it
he
was
didn't
like
have,
that was his,
yeah,
his
he didn't
only
have
name?
a- right?
Okay.
Is it Mister?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Look how
go.
it's called him.
Luke Skywalker really wants to, and Dice Man really want to end the game right there with a loss, but we're gonna keep going.
All right. Pavel Chekhov,
There you go. That's a good one.
played by. Oh, I don't need to know his name, do I?
You
Pavel.
said it. Pavel Chekhov.
No. I mean, I don't need to know the actor's name, do I?
You don't need to.
Okay.
No.
That's fine.
He let's see, his middle name, by the way, Andreevich. Pavel
Andreevich.
Andreevich Chekhov.
He
And
liked his
because of
whistles.
budgetary constraints, character did not appear in the animated Star Trek. He couldn't spell Andreevich.
Did you say budgetary constraints?
Yes, because of budgetary constraints, the character did not appear in the animated Star Trek.
Why? How much could have had?
Can't afford to pay the Russians for licensing of
I was gonna say, man, that just seems.
I don't know. I don't know
cheap.
what. Maybe just being able to afford to pay Walter Koenig.
Maybe, maybe Shatner and Nimoy were just so expensive. I don't know.
Could be. Yep.
All right, Dunaway.
All right, back to Brian.
I know it was harder than you thought.
I've heard them say it, and I've seen it written down, and I just don't know if I can pronounce some of these stupid space names.
Okay.
Space
No.
names.
Right?
You have to give it a try.
I can't remember how to say Uhura's first name, but it's something like Naruto Uhura is
It's Naruto. She runs with her arms behind her back.
not right,
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to give anything away though.
Yeah.
but I can't recall exactly. That's the only other character I kind of remember Sulu's first name too, but it's one of those things that's very fuzzy in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I know. I'm going with Mr. Spock. His first name is Mr. Last
now
name
I feel-
Spock.
now I
I've
feel
heard him
bad.
called a million times.
You get to give, but see, if we do Spock again, he gets to have another chance because you gave me a
Well,
chance.
No.
at Spock.
he's not really doing Spock again.
That was all I had. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Right. But is that truly all you have? You have nothing?
yeah. Do you have more?
I have one more.
Then what are you acting like? Was that all you got?
Well, I
I got a whole bag full
I'm
right
trying to
here.
decide. I don't think I can give you Uhura. You were.
Okay,
You
all right.
were.
Like I said, I can see it, sort of, kinda. I
Maxine.
can't recall. I
I can't do it.
Sheila.
I
I-
can't.
Although
can't
I-
pull it out.
But do I do
Right.
it because I gave Scott another? Because I
Right.
gave Scott a little bit of a. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Stephanie, you win either way.
Oh,
Congratulations,
Right,
you're
right.
winning
Okay.
either way.
Okay.
It's
We're gonna
Nairobi. It's something with like. There's like some N's and a Y in there, and I don't
It's Nyota. Nyota Uhura.
it's Nyota. Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Nyota Uhura.
All
Well done. Okay.
I'm gonna
so-
I'm gonna
How
put
do
a
you spell that?
little asterisk
N-I-H?
next to that one.
Yeah. That's
Nyota. Nyota.
Oh, really?
Nothing like Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh.
Other than the N, there's an N in there, a couple other vowels, but yeah,
That's right.
you got it wrong.
That's right. Okay, Scott, what's your? Go ahead and let's make this an official win.
I think it's
What's your
Ikara.
last one?
Ikara Sulu? Ikara?
Ikara?
Icarus?
Icarus.
That sounds
Ikaru,
close too,
Ikaru.
and that's kind of what I was going. I was like, I always wanted to say haiku Sulu or
It's
something.
all
I
right.
remember.
Remember, if you put them together, you'd get so much closer.
Hikaru.
Hikaru is correct.
Okay.
Hikaru Sulu is correct. with
All
an
right,
H,
so kind of
not
a
an I.
win. I'll take it. I'll take the win.
Kind of a
Winner,
win.
winner, chicken
Some other ones you
dinner.
could have said,
Yeah.
like Montgomery Christopher
Oh,
Scott.
Montgomery Scott.
Yeah.
God, I could have actually
Chapel.
pulled that one out. Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Christine Chapel, Janice Rand.
Christine Chapel.
Mm-hmm.
got that,
Spock's
Janice
first
Rand.
name is Shin, Sachin, Schn, with
Yeah.
an apostrophe because space
No
people
chance.
love apostrophes.
Yeah.
No chance.
John Kyle and William or Bill Hadley.
This probably would have went a lot longer if we had done the Next Generation or something. I mean, at least most
Yeah, I
of those
think-
people had like.
Hey, there's
You-
always Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah, always
hey.
Wednesday.
Yeah, this feels like this is a reusable template we can
Yeah,
fire
but,
up
no,
again.
I'm going to tell you right now. There's no Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Christopher
know.
Pike.
We got to talk about that.
Right.
How about Christopher Pike?
Keep. well,
Christopher Pike not listed on there. Not listed
Dang
as
it.
a recurring character.
They talked about him all the time.
They did. Well, they talked about him in the pilot.
could he have done mud? Is mud an option?
Mud was not on the list either, but
No.
He was recurring.
Only appeared in 2 episodes, right?
Oh,
Right.
Mud?
I thought it was more than
I
that.
think he was in
First
more
name-
episodes in Discovery than he was
First
in
name, right. First name Mud, last name Mud.
Yeah, mud.
It was
mud,
Harry
mud.
Mud, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
it Harry,
Harry
Mud?
Mud. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's
It
Harry
was
mud,
Harry Mud.
which is the worst kind of mud. Harry mud is gross.
Oh, Harcourt Fenton Mud.
Oh, well, that was Harry mud.
Yeah, they shortened it to Harry, or like Harry is short for Harcourt.
Oh my God.
Diced
you people.
tomato. Diced
You
tomato,
people.
Harcourt.
You people are way more Trekkies than I am. Look, I watched the original series a bunch, over and over again, but
Yeah. Well, I,
I
love
didn't-
that.
I didn't-
Listen,
I didn't deep dive into the fan lore stuff or the later stuff. Other than I played the video game recently, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
See, I thought for sure like Christine Chapel or Janice Rand,
Yeah,
or
it-
even
it-
Montgomery.
yeah, now,
like
I mean-
Montgomery Scott is, a
After
pretty,
you say them, I'm like, yeah, of course.
Mhm.
But leading up to it, no, brain
Here-
dead.
Yeah.
It's what was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, Harcourt is. So you're saying Harry is short for Harcourt? It legitimately it is. Oh, weird.
Well, legitimately in Star Trek canon, it is.
Oh, okay. So maybe not for every Harry out there. This,
No. Usually Harry is short for Harold.
So there's no Harcourt Potter, right?
So
Right.
what you're saying is,
wizard, Harcourt.
The Night Court guy isn't Harcourt Anderson. Just making
No,
sure
but
I
that'd be
got this.
great. Night Court, Harcourt.
Harcourt.
No, I don't know if Harcourt is a common name outside of Star Trek canon. Is it?
I've never even heard it until today. So
Yeah.
this is
Me neither.
news to me.
that was a tough one. I'll give it to you. That was a tough one.
Here's a common
Yeah.
name, Stephanie, and it's a
Yay.
winning name today. Stephanie, how do you feel?
I'm starting to think you guys forgot about me.
No, never,
What?
never. You're the winner, chicken dinner. In
Scott,
fact,
do you hear breathing? I hear breathing.
yeah, I
Is
hear
there-
some breathing.
2 hours later.
Yeah. We're going to send you your codes, but you have to email Brian as is the usual thing to do. So coverville@gmail.com. He'll hook you up, and you will remain today's winner forever. Stephanie, have a fantastic week. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. She's nice. I like her.
She is.
Okay.
I can't wait till Wednesday when Ibbot will be pulling prizes out of his fishing tackle box.
Oh. So that's how that'll work? Is fishing
That's right. Well, we got to make sure. We don't know if there's a show Wednesday. We're figuring that
Oh.
all out.
Oh,
What?
Actually, I have news on that point.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and share that with everybody. So I got a gig that is a one-off thing, and it's happening on Wednesday, and I can't even say what it is because I had to sign an NDA. And then, so anyway, it's happening. It's a thing that's being recorded. I can't say that. Recording on Wednesday morning. It
You've already
cuts
said
right.
too
No,
much.
we know it's porn. We know you're finally doing your
I'm finally getting in
You're
the
barely-
industry. Yeah.
barely legal starring Reese Witherspoon.
Can you believe how long it's taken me to finally crack that bubble, though? To finally get into the industry. It just seems like
Well,
when
you
I
know,
had that
we had
van
to-
and I drove it around and we called it
We had
the.
to finally get comfortable with our bodies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way.
It took a
the way
while.
it works.
Welcome to America. Anyway, as a result, it means no show Wednesday. So there is no show Wednesday. I just want to make that clear right now, and I'll mention it again at the end of the show and again tomorrow, because some people, even though they listen religiously every day, they don't hear me say it when there's a show not happening. Now, when that
Right.
thing does get out of NDA, it'll be a cool thing you can all check out. But right now, it's and I tried to get a different time. It was the best they could do. So
Sure.
it's just one of those things.
I might take advantage of that morning and do a Brian brings in the live stream to help me pick songs for Coverville. So
That's a
maybe there'll be a thing.
Great idea.
Maybe there'll be a thing Wednesday.
That's a
So-
great idea. You should
Yeah.
totally, absolutely freaking do that.
And then I'll get I'll get the people who forgot and didn't pay attention to our show right now.
Yeah.
Pay attention to TMS. They'll be like, how come there's no TMS?
Yeah,
So
and I have
sure.
you auto-hosted,
We'll
so
have-
they'll see your stream on mine.
Oh,
and,
there you go.
And go, hey, wait, this isn't TMS. What the hell is this music business?
Why are we listening to Silverchair covers?
Damn it, Bobby.
Is that this Wednesday?
No, I don't know what it
Aw.
is. It's definitely not going to be Silverchair.
Oh, I love Silverchair. I was,
Yeah,
listening,
but-
I was
but-
listening to
But
Silverchair like last week.
Nobody covers Silverchair. Like, dude, I could say,
Absolutely
it's going to be
not.
it's going to be a
Absolutely
Silverchair
not.
show.
By the way, I want to take issue with what Scott said before I came on the show.
What's that?
He said that he made fun of Nickelback, and then he apologized and said, "Well, that's the popular thing to do." No, Scott. No one even makes fun of Nickelback anymore. Even that has sailed.
So wait, Nickelback
Wow.
has sailed and making fun of Nickelback has sailed. Is that what you're telling me?
Wow.
Yeah, even the criticism Nickelback has sailed.
Okay. I feel like there's more. I feel like we can dig down. We can
You
find
really
it in
think?
our hearts to make more fun of Nickelback. I think it'll be all
All
right.
right.
So, take that. Brian Dunaway, it's always good to talk to you. Of course, today at 3:30 Mountain Time, he and I will be doing the Boop Show. We talk about video games, little indie games, cool stuff. It's going to be a good show. You're going to want to be there. 3:30 Mountain Time today at frogpants.tv. And if you don't get it that way, you can get it via podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Even Spotify. They have podcasts now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're pretending like they invented them, but yeah, you can get them there.
What? They
Yeah.
didn't invent podcasting? I thought
No.
it was Spotify and Ricky Gervais invented podcasting.
Right.
Are you
And
saying
then-
it's not true?
And then, what's his name again? said
Adam
he
Carolla
it.
invented it again?
Yeah, then he invented it. And then I guess right now it's all about what's his UFC. He invented it again.
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. Now he's invented it. So The invention, no one knows, truly.
Taste this pig anus and watch these two guys fight in the octagon. I invented podcasting.
One sentence.
Everybody knows the podcast pickle invented podcasting. Whatever.
Podcast pickle, Alley.
Right.
You mean Alley? What are you talking pickle? Jeez Louise.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
From Podcast
Brian,
Alley. Let's knock Free Talk Live off that top spot.
indeed. Dunaway, I'll see you then. Everybody be there with us. Any final words before I cut you off unceremoniously?
Listen to last week's film, Zach. It was fantastic.
Bye.
So good.
All right. It was good. We had a good one. Hey, what do you think of that one I put in the what's that called? I put it in the thing. Hawk the Slayer.
The Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk the Slayer.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
It's got our guy in there.
Jack
Rat in the
Palance
Maze.
in there, right? Yeah.
He's a bad
Believe
guy.
it or not.
And he's got like one half of his face covered by his helmet.
I
So
know he's got a metal shield with an eye patch. Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, so good.
Can't remember. Shout out to Kyle Ferguson who told me about that movie. I'd never even heard of it.
Wow.
So,
very
I'm
cool.
like, yeah, that's
Next week's
Film
film
Techie.
Steak Plant is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai in the Sixth Dimension or something.
However the full sentence goes, we're finally getting
Yes.
the Buckaroo Banzai on.
The Unbearable Lightness of Buckaroo Banzai, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Eighth Dimension. Thank
Eighth
you.
Dimension. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of it there, Rainbow Bright, but also if you lived in the 80s, you couldn't help but hear it. It was a huge deal for people of a certain age. And Brian and
It's
I have a certain
RoboCop
age.
and The Fly together again.
Yep. Yeah, finally, RoboCop and The Fly working together. That's what you
RoboCop
want.
and The Fly. He's a cop on the edge. He's a small throwing up insect
You know what I would do?
together. Yeah.
Screw COVID. This would be the time I'd go back to theaters is to see The Fly and
RoboCop
RoboCop.
and The Fly?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the movie. That's the one that pushes me over.
I love that. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Actually,
now,
who says they couldn't be in the same universe, in a shared universe? That'd be awesome.
no one says. Nobody says
That'd be
they could.
so good.
Meh, why not? I love shared universe stuff. Go for it. Look, if an
Speaking of
alien
which-
and a predator can fight, why can't RoboCop and Brundlefly fight? Why not?
I had no idea, by the way, that there is a live-action Micronauts movie in the works for early next year.
Shut up.
All part of the Hasbro Cinematic Universe. It's part of the same universe as G.I. Joe and Transformers, maybe?
Yeah,
Is that
Transformers
right?
is Hasbro, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the same cinematic universe.
Hold on. Micronauts movie. I have to see who's in this. Do we know who's in this? Oh, here we go.
Nobody you've ever heard about.
Currently no cast listed of any kind.
Yeah, well,
It's in development, no data.
being directed by Dean DeBlois.
Yes, of course. Out in it's June of 2021 is the plan.
Yeah,
Brian, your lifelong childhood wish about to come true.
exactly. Yes,
I'm excited for you and me. I kind of want to say it too.
it's going to be so bad.
It's going to be great. All right, here's this.
This is the info we've been waiting for.
Time for some quick news brought to you by.
The TMS Film Fest. Submit yours at frogpants.com/TMS today.
Yep.
Prizes.
Yeah, and
Prizes.
remind them the category. How are they doing it this
Yes. So you're recording your own YouTube style explainer video or top 10 things wrong with video or reaction video, just basically making fun of that dumb that dumb trend of making those kind of videos.
time?
You're going to make your own and you're going to send us a link to where we can see it. And if we pick yours as the best, then you get a big box full of prizes.
Ooh.
Huge Geek Fuel box. I'm looking at the box right now and it's big and it's going to be full of prizes. I'm throwing in a there's like going to be a Fallout helmet in there as well.
Oh wait! Wow,
So
that's
much good
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah, like Fallout,
and
like the
then-
cool with the little piping and stuff around the
Yeah,
face and all
yeah,
that.
that's the one. Yeah, I
Oh.
mean it's not full size, but it's a scale model.
Yeah,
if you have a small head, you could put this on probably.
Oh, I'm screwed then.
You could totally. You could yeah, maybe your cat could wear it. I don't know.
I can't even wear big boy hats. So
Right, exactly. So, see, great idea right there from Win Magus. Steal this, you could win. Someone should do an explanation video of the Got Milk Aaron Burr commercial. I think that'd be fantastic.
That's
or a
perfect.
reaction video
yeah,
to one of those old GI Joe Go Joe shorts.
that's right. And by the way, the link is in bold and bunch of asterisks and stuff to help it stand out for you. But if you go to frogpants.com/TMS, click the link, simple form. You just tell us your name, a link to your video, and then optional comment if you have any. And then it comes to us in a spreadsheet, and we'll judge them. Oh, shoot. What'd you say our deadline is?
Well, I said it's tomorrow. I said have them in by tomorrow, but should we just make it the end of the week since we've got...
Yeah.
We're going to make it the end of the week because we haven't been doing a great job of doing a lot of pushing of this. So
Yeah, we'll say Thursday. End of day Thursday,
Okay.
sometime
End of day Thursday. All right, sounds good.
I
That's
like
it.
that.
You've got 4 days. Start working on it. Believe me, it won't take a lot of effort to make one of these. I swear.
No. I'm tempted to make one. It's going to be so easy. So just get in there and
See,
do it.
that's how easy it is. Just
Yeah.
to show us how it's done.
Do you want prizes or not, people? Do you want a cool prize? Well, I got
Exactly.
news for you. There's a way to get one, all right? Okay.
So many prizes.
Brian, I got some good news for you and I. We're both guys looking after our weight, trying to, be
Mm-hmm.
healthy and all that. Well, you can now eat your own poop to prevent post-diet weight gain.
Oh, well, that'll keep me from gaining any weight. Is eating the thought of trying to eat my own poop.
Yeah. This is according to an Israeli study. Tired of taking a crap. Sorry. Taking crap for putting back on weight after a diet. I'm sure they use that word on purpose. But anyway.
You think? Yeah.
A group of Israeli researchers have floated the theory. Floated. Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
I just realized what they did there. That the solution may be a stomach-churning dose of your own excrement. Love that word. The stool is first processed into frozen, opaque, and thankfully odorless capsules that contain the person's microbiome. So it's not quite the same as you're not just eating your turd. All right.
We take your shit and process it down into tasteless capsules for you to ingest.
It's like the third time Hank Hill.
I know
has shown up.
Hank Hill. I didn't want to steer right into Hank Hill territory. We take your poop and boil it down
We
using
watch.
propane and propane products.
My wife loves that show on to help her to fall asleep. She loves something about that
Oh, yeah.
show. It's her sleep music. It's weird. Anyway, so these are the genetic materials that live in your body, the microbes living in there, and extracted from a fecal sample taken at the optimal point during weight loss. So, in a way, according to the new collaborative study led by researchers from Ben Gurion University and Negev BGU and published in Gastroenterology, the magazine, or the paper thing, whatever, the microbiome from the time our body was losing weight most efficiently can be restored through the subsequent phase, when many people gain a bunch of weight that they just recently lost. So the idea is
Interesting.
you take the biome that you've been churning, and then your body goes, oh, we're back to the time where I was losing the weight, and
Yeah.
I guess kind of tricks you into thinking you're,
It's like pulls you back in from that back uphill, gaining weight again process because you're
Yes.
reminding your body what it was like
yes,
when you were losing weight.
yeah, that's it. Yes, you're giving them those good feelings. It's kind of like, I don't know, showing me a scene
Like the
from Back
Oprah
to the Future.
Winfrey diet capsule.
There you go. That's it. Oh, she'd probably be all over this. She'd
She
love
would.
this. Because she was
Under your
always
chair.
like,
Look under your chair, Scott. You've got a poop pill.
because she was always going from like,
She was roller
300
coaster,
down
yes.
to nothing, and then back up, and then down, and then up, and
Yep.
she'd probably like this a lot. She's still with that guy she talked about all the time.
Stedman, sure, of
Is
course.
she? Okay.
She can't leave Stedman.
I mean, can you though? Maybe you can.
Stedman. What's his power?
Steadman. He's steadfast.
Stedman.
Steadfast.
That's right. He really is. Yes.
He never leaves. All right, I'm gonna skip ahead to this one.
The ability to ride coattails for decades. Excelsior.
There you go. He had a power. We just had to find it.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, one of these. All right, it's one I'm not super fond of, but a Salt Lake woman arrested after throwing a bag of vomit at a nurse.
Wow.
Now, this is the hospital I was born in, so that's kind of fun.
You were this close to this being.
I was. Only some 5 decades separated me
Right,
and this
yes.
lady. A woman was arrested after she threw a bag of full of vomit at St. Mark's Hospital nurse in Salt Lake City. West Valley police say Chanel Pamela Payne, age 25, entered the hospital's emergency room on Tuesday night. After her arrival, she allegedly became argumentative and combative with the hospital staff. After Payne barfed in the emergency room, staff members handed her towels to clean up. When she threw up a second time into a bag, Payne became agitated and then, to calm down, threw the bag of vomit at a nurse.
I like that you said Pamela instead of Pamela. Pamela.
Why am I saying Pamela?
I don't know, but it was great. Pamela. Chanel Pamela Payne.
I don't know.
I loved when Jim and Pamela hooked up on The Office.
Oh, they were so cute, weren't they, together? Police, it's a gross story, but anyway, according to the police report, she attempted to leave the hospital after striking the nurse and assaulting other members of the medical staff. Police officer attempted to arrest her, who tried to grab the officer's hand and pull away. Payne was eventually pushed against a wall and forced into handcuffs.
Yeah, fair enough. Good plan.
Yeah, you throw a bag of barf at somebody, you should cuff that
You
person.
you get handcuffs.
Yeah, I think that's just the
Bag of
the way
vomit.
it should be. I think they made the right call. So well done, Utah. Fun story. Nice work. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill will be here. Steven will be here. The whole Monday crowd. So come back after this song that Brian will now play. Brian, what are we listening to?
Pamela DeVille. Pamela DeVille.
Hello, my friend. Today we see a girl putting the headband into the clear glass coating, and then, oh wow, a shower curtain for her tears.
The morning stream. Don't worry about him. Worry about.
Gosh dang it. What the frick happened? Hold on. I got to start this part over. Let me do this again. That did not go right. Okay, here we go.
The morning stream. Don't worry about him. Worry about me.
All right, we're back. That was obnoxious. I don't know what happened there. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We're done. We did it. That
Hey,
was
we're
cool.
back.
That was a fun song. I liked it. It was
Yeah, Navy Blue by Floorbird. Floorbird.
Floorbird.
Floorbird.
fun
Don't
to-
eat Floorbird because it's not clean.
It's fun to say, though,
It is. Oh, it totally is.
right? Of all the things to say, it's fun.
For sure. That's fun. Yeah.
All right. Punishprops.com's own Bill Duran joining us shortly. And
Shortly.
for some reason I added him to the film sack group. Scott, what are you doing? All right,
Good.
let's,
Well, let's ask him what he thinks of the movie that we're watching.
I don't know why I did that. I'll remove him from that toot suite. Nothing's going right for me today, but hey, we're going to do our best and play this.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
Hey, check it out. It's Bill Duran joining us from the Pacific Northwest, specifically areas surrounding Seattle, Washington, full of smoke and ready for rain. Bill, what's going on?
It really would be nice if it rained today so that I can see the other side of the street I live on.
Right?
Oh, wow.
You want
Jeez,
to
yeah.
breathe? You want to breathe again? Breathe.
I would love to be able to breathe the air outside my house.
Yeah, it's I mean, we had a pretty bad bout of this with California fire smoke floating over here, but it's nothing like the stuff coming out of Oregon and
No,
Washington
I
today.
saw a photo of a barely visible photo of the Space Needle this morning.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
pretty nasty. So I've been staying inside and
That's
playing
good.
virtual reality games.
I was gonna say you should have stayed inside and breathed in epoxy fumes. That's how you
Yeah.
deal with it. You think it's toxic outside? Try working in Bill's freaking place.
Mm-hmm.
What VR games are you playing? Tell us about that.
Well, I just finished playing Half-Life Alyx.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've got the Oculus Quest, and you can plug it into your PC and play through Steam, play the whole freaking thing, and it was amazing from
So,
start to finish. Not just like it's cool that it's VR, but it was a really, really good game too.
Somebody gifted
Oh, I
me
need
that
to do
game, and
that.
I still haven't cracked it. I need to get in there and give it a shot. You're telling me I'm going to like it. Is that's what
It
I'm
is
hearing?
exceptional. They do such like the story's really good. The voice acting's really good. The way that the dialogue is written. There's one character in particular that I just love. I love the actor that they have that, and It's phenomenal. They build so many really great moments in that game, and it's got to be hard to design for VR because like if you have a moment that happens like to the left, but your player is like staring at something in their hand, they'll miss it. So how do you like direct your player's attention to these gigantic, amazing, huge scale things?
Yeah,
they did a great job of it, and it was really. I've never experienced anything like that before.
That's
It's
cool.
really
That's
cool.
you know we've been talking for years, right, about doing VR movies where instead of watching the screen and having even that 3D effect, you're in among the characters in the scene. But the trick is, all right, how do you get characters to look to where you want them to see, right? And you can always have somebody talk and they'll look to see where they're talking, but they might miss an expression or a reaction from another character that's listening to that person talk, which is part of the plot. So cool. I can't wait to see how that all works in this.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun with the game. There are a lot of fun things in the game, like weapons that I might want to make someday. But there was one thing that I just had to make right away as soon as I could. And that was the grenades for a very specific reason. All right.
Okay.
So the grenades, not only are they really fun because you have to physically throw them, right?
Mhm.
And if I didn't make the Little League team, all right, I'm not good at throwing. So it's a bit of a challenge, a little bit of a wild card. Hey, is that grenade going to go where I want it? Or is it going to bounce off of something and hit me in the face? Who knows? So they're fun.
Yeah.
But also, the instant I picked up my first grenade, I thought, boy, that kind of looks like a tape measure.
Oh yeah, I did see this on your feed. Yes.
Yeah.
So I made a grenade from Half-Life Alyx, only it's a tape measure.
Well, it's from your tape. It's from you took a tape measure that you already owned, right? And then made the grenade. Oh my gosh, look at you throw this grenade.
Because it actually still works as a tape measure.
It does.
Yeah.
So I have I have lots of tape measures, and I picked out a fairly a very available tape measure, a Stanley 16 foot tape measure. Although I got mine as metric and imperial because I swing both ways. If you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, you measure both ways, yo.
Also, side note too, looking for reference images of a prop right in a game is usually kind of tricky. However, in VR, you can just hold it up to your face.
Yeah.
So handy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was able to get
who needs
front,
it?
side, top, back, inside, outside. Like you can get so many amazing reference pictures that way. So I used that, and then I went into Fusion 360, and I actually started by 3D modeling a copy of my tape measure. So I made like a tape measure analog in 3D space, and then I took all of my reference pictures and I laid them around it and scaled it so that it would just fit around that tape measure. And then I 3D modeled the grenade around this virtual tape measure. So that way I would be pretty sure that it would fit in the real world. I did have to modify it a little bit, but I got it to work just fine.
Wow, you're just looking at the tape measure. It's the 3D model tape measure alone before you put the little side panels and everything on. That's still actually really amazing.
Yeah, I
That's
should print
great
that.
modeling. You totally should. I also like how you scan the reference models and put them in your Fusion 360 space.
Yeah. Now I had to work with real world dimensions, and I had to fudge a few things to get it to actually fit. So that my grenade is not as detailed as the one in the game, simply because I didn't want to make this thing really bulky. I wanted it to be the right size, and to just barely fit outside the tape measure, I had to remove some stuff, make it a little bit wider than it probably should be. But it worked, and I think it looks pretty great.
It looks awesome, dude. It's very cool. It's the little clip part that you made. Almost like, I don't know if that's the pin or what that thing is in the world. I mean, like in the game itself. I don't know what that thing behaves as, but that's just such a nice detail. You know?
So the tape measure has a switch on it that locks the tape open. So if you pull your tape out, you can lock it so it's not going to zip back in, right? And I needed to make that switch accessible. Now, there are other tape measures you can get with locking mechanisms that would be a lot easier to integrate. But this is just the tape measure I had. So I actually attached a piece of aluminum that's an extension on the switch, and that pokes out of the grenade body so that I can still function that lock on the tape measure.
Oh, look at that. That's so
cool. That was one of the sort of changes I had to make sure I wanted to make sure this would still work. See, here's the thing. I'm going to use this tape measure on every project in the future, right?
Of course,
in every video. So I wanted to make sure that it all worked the way I would need it to. So I had to add that thing.
Are you concerned about, like, I mean, obviously, whenever you make anything, you're going for good industrial, well-made, hold up over time sort of stuff. But because it's a tape measure and you'll be using it all the time, are you worried about, paint wearing off or, that sort of stuff?
So I printed this using a dark gray filament, and the wear and tear that I painted on there is actually dark gray. So if I wear through the paint, it's going to go down to just a gray, which should be fine. I can touch it up if I want to. But that was definitely something I was thinking about. Now I normally print in gray filament anyway, just because it's easy to film and it's cheap usually. But it worked out really well in this case. So if it does wear through the paint, it's just going to show gray, and that's not that big a deal.
Yeah. No,
I'm also
awesome.
not I'm not precious with the things I make. So I printed it on my Ultimaker in ABS. That's generally what I print with. I have a big enclosure for it so that I can actually do that. And if I drop this on the concrete, it's going to shatter. I know that for a fact. It'll break. So I'll just try to be careful with it. If I break it, it's not the end of the world. It's just a tape measure.
Don't you wish there were 3D or VR games based on every property so that you could go into that VR game and see exactly what Han Solo's blaster looks like from every angle and be able to turn the model? And
what's funny? So in this is what I've learned by trying to like rip game files and stuff. A lot of times let's talk like Fallout, right? Mm-hmm. In Fallout, you can pause the game, look at an item, and actually rotate it. Mm-hmm. Usually that is like the world view, kind of lower quality version. So if you see a character in the distance running around with a rifle, that's like the world view model. The first person model that you see in your hands as the player is usually a different, higher poly, higher texture, detailed sort of thing. And sometimes those models, the opposite side that the player can't see is not finished a lot of the times.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
So but in VR games, they can't do that. They got to make the whole thing. So that's super handy. But yeah, I do wish every single game that I played, I could just hold the item in front of my face and rotate
Turn your hand around.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think technically if you use the what's it called? The source filmmaker thing, pretty sure you can get almost any game object in a VR viewer. I'll have to look into that. But I think there's something like that now. So if you really wanted to get up and close with objects from not just games made in using source, but like other stuff, you can get all up in it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've tinkered with a lot of that stuff too, and it can be sometimes tricky to like find the right file based on what its name is, and then export it to a version that can be viewed. It's still a little hacky as far as what my limited experience is.
Sure.
I am totally cool with just being able to hold it up to the screen. All I did was like record video of my PC while I was playing, and then I just held the thing up to my in VR you have two cameras, technically your two eyes, but the right eye is the one that the PC the screen sees. Like that's what it's sending to the screen.
Interesting.
So I held it up to my right eye in VR, and I just recorded video of me grabbing the different sides, and then I went back through the video and I grabbed some screenshots.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's just doing monovision. It doesn't combine those two views.
Whatever it's sending to the television. Because
I never thought about that though. Because whenever I see the television split on PlayStation VR or anything else, I always just think, oh, that's the view that the person's getting, and it's not. It's the one eye.
It's one.
Yep.
It's half
exactly. Yeah. And that's important because if you're holding it close to your face, you might be thinking that you're looking at the whole thing and capturing the whole thing, but you might only have half of it if you're holding it right in between
Or it
your
might
eyes.
be at a weird angle or something like that.
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
don't get the
funky.
right eye.
Well,
The correct eye, which is the right eye.
Yeah, the
There
right
you
eye,
go.
the correct eye.
So
That's awesome.
anyway, I made that, 3D printed it, sanded it, painted it, glued it together, and I have a tape measure grenade.
Yeah,
I'm
you
really
do.
excited about that.
Don't throw it thinking you're going to save yourself, though. That'll be bad. Don't
No,
do
no.
that. Very cool. Go check it out. PunishedProps.com. Of course, it's the latest video up there and on the YouTube channel. Bill, what's our fun bonus content this week?
There's a channel. I've seen some of their stuff in the past, but recently I've dove in with both feet. It's called Flight Test, FLITETEST. They make RC planes, all sorts of RC stuff, but mostly planes. And they like to make things that shouldn't fly. But the video I'm sending you is the Millennium Falcon they made. It is like a quadcopter, but they made a Millennium Falcon. And they put a lot of effort into making sure that it flies the same way that the Falcon flies. It doesn't fly like a drone. And it's really cool.
Oh,
really
so that
cool.
like instead
This
of
is
it can do barrel rolls and turn
But also,
sideways and all that.
When a quad flies, it tilts forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how the Falcon flies. It doesn't tilt. It's propelled from behind.
Right.
So they had to figure out a way to get it to do that so that it looked right when it flies, and they did a bang up job on it.
Wow.
This channel is great. It's a bunch of dudes in Ohio that have a golf course where they can fly all their crazy inventions. Their attitude is amazing. They're always encouraging one another. They're always really excited about the things they're making. They do a lot of prototyping. They talk about that a lot. It's just a really, really great, fun channel. And I have been watching their videos a lot lately.
Oh my gosh, this video is testing my nerd limits. This is amazing.
Yeah. And they
There's
always...
all that foam, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff they make is out of foam core. It's so cool.
Wow.
It's so cool.
That's really rad.
Just
Hey.
score it, bend it, and glue it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell kits and stuff of all these planes that you can make out of foam core and plans. It's a really cool thing
has
they
to
got
be
going on.
so light, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, it'd have to be. But it looks
Yeah.
so good. They detailed it out with, they airbrushed
They
it.
put
so
a lot of
good.
effort into it.
Yeah.
Are they putting a metal pole in there to kind of change the balance?
I believe it's carbon fiber. That's what
carbon
they use.
fiber.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is so cool.
You know what
Jeez.
it's doing to me is it's because they're flying it in some snowy area. I'm
Yeah.
getting total Hoth vibes. This is freaking me out. Wow,
I wonder if they made a snow speeder.
dude!
I should make a snow
that'd
speeder.
be so cool. You
Dude.
totally should make a snow speeder.
Oh my gosh, it's your favorite ship. I already know that.
It's the best.
Yep, mine too. I love that ship. All right, this is great. As always, Bill Duran, he is the Lord of PunishedProps.com. So you should go there and check it out. It's always good to have you on. Bill, have a fantastic week. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye. Bye. You're not in the Film Sack group anymore, but took you out. All right.
Can't see those dirty pictures the Brian Dunaway posts.
Nope. You got that. You had one opportunity at weird Brian Dunaway porn. That's all you get.
That's right. Exactly. Weird Denise Richards maquette porn. Actually, I guess I'm the one who put the single shot in there. Dunaway posted the link to all of them, and I just found the weirdest one and put that in there.
Well, I'm glad you did the dirty work for us.
Really was.
Now this. One Steven Schleicher from Hayes, Kansas, and the beautiful, wonderful MajorSpoilers.com joins us as he does all Mondays ever. Steven, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good, Scott. How are you?
Oh, man. I'm all right.
Also, there's Brian. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hello, Steven. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you holding up all right? Doing okay?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah?
Everything's fine.
Kids
The
in
world's great.
school?
Nothing absolutely wrong in the world.
No, everything's fine, right? Are your kids in school? I can't remember. Are they home?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Although the oldest, the middle school, was shut down last week because apparently most of the teachers had the COVID.
Oh, no.
Had to be
Oh,
quarantined.
geez.
But apparently there's only a few kids that have come down with it. So they're back in
Yeah.
school this week.
They're just super carriers. They don't seem to catch it as much, although there's always, obviously there's outliers, but the younger you are, the more you tend to just have it on you and then spread it around, which is the scary bit. So that's the thing is I don't think people are as worried about kids being super sick. They were more worried about kids.
Still get it.
They're just worried about them being super spreaders and taking it home and giving it to everybody else and that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
Well, don't get it is all I'm saying. All right.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah.
I make sure the kids wear masks. I stay away from my family as much as I possibly can.
That's right.
Touch your face, Steven.
You're isolated,
No,
damn
it's
it.
too late for that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you the other day because we had some pictures surface on Facebook from Nerdtacular 2012 or maybe 11. And, boy, you were just like a young buck, dude. Very young Steven Schleicher wearing a fez.
Yeah, still young.
Yeah, I do remember.
Did you see that? Did you see those floating around? That was pretty good.
I think those were Gary from Lantronix posted those.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, he was still with Lantronix then, so we can technically
He was.
say that.
He was still Gary from Lantronix. He hadn't been not Gary from Lot B yet.
Nope, not yet. Well, anyway, Steven, it's always good to have you here. We like to talk about all things nerd and comics and movies and TV and stuff like that. There's been a change. Doom Patrol is no longer a DC, whatever they called it.
DC Universe.
Yeah, it's now an HBO Max original.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest. That's the weirdest thing, right? I mean, the series that started on DC Universe, and by the way, people, I wouldn't be subscribing to DC Universe right now.
Yeah, no. I'm hoping that they move everything over. But
yeah, I've got a second story that kind of says that they're not doing anything yet. But HBO did announce at the second DC Fandom that took place this past weekend that season 3 of Doom Patrol has been given the green light, and it will be a Max exclusive. So that says a lot about what's going on with the DC Universe property.
Well, it's a big. I mean, I know that as far as the HBO Max service, Doom Patrol's been one of the hits, right? Like one of the things that really broke out, even though it was coming over from a previous service. It's kind of like it's kind of like Cobra Kai is doing for Netflix, what it couldn't seem to do for YouTube TV or whatever. So that makes sense to me, and renewing it makes sense to me. But maybe it's just, well, this will give it the cachet. This tells people that, we believe in this particular series to the point that we're going to brand it the way we would any other mainline branded thing, like they're doing with Raised by Wolves. It's a, it's an HBO Max original, and there's a bunch of money in it, and clearly the production value is this high, and it's, like these are flagship properties of our hot new streaming service, and Doom Patrol, is good enough to be in there, I guess.
I hope that does mean that they may get a little bit more money for, for production. But my guess is that the budget is going to stay about the same.
Is it? I mean, would you call it low budget now?
I think it is on par. If I remember correctly, I think it is on par with what The Flash is, which is about $2 to $3 million an episode.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That seems like a
God,
lot,
it looks
lot
so
more
much
than I
better to me, but maybe not.
Well, they also, I think they also are doing fewer episodes than Flash, so I think it all evens out.
Sure. Yeah, that would make sense.
Plus, all that money in Flash goes to makeup and making young people look younger and prettier, so it's not quite the same.
True, yes.
Yeah, it's okay if things get weird and gross and splashy. And
yeah, exactly.
In Doom Patrol.
I still haven't taken the jump because I don't know why. I really do
To
want to
HBO
watch
Max?
it. No. Doom Patrol.
To watching Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I want to watch it. It's totally my jam. I read some comics recently just to kind of get my feet wet because I'd never really followed any of it. Didn't know much about the characters, and really liked what I read. And so I was like, oh, cool. I'll get around to watching the series. Brian recommended it on the show, and I'm like, I got to remember to do that. I just haven't done it. So I got to get in there.
Yeah, well,
and
if you've
do
got
it.
HBO Max right now, there's no reason not to watch the show. It's very quirky. I think if you like Umbrella Academy, I think you'll enjoy Doom Patrol. I think if you enjoy Legion, I think you'll enjoy Doom Patrol. So I think if you like those shows, which I've heard you talk at least about Legion before, and your love for that, I think that you'll probably enjoy Doom Patrol very much.
Yeah, I'm going to finally crack it open. I mean, at the moment, like what'll happen is this, and I really like Max so far as a service. I've been very, very happy with it. Finding tons of stuff there, so it's like everything I would have, everything I liked about HBO to begin with, and then new stuff or things from other places like all this Adult Swim that I missed and things I didn't expect. So it's been really good for me overall, a very good value as a streaming service, and I've probably spent more time there lately than anywhere else. But I have this problem where like they've been putting out new episodes of Raised by Wolves on Thursdays, but they've been doubling them up. So the thing launched with 3 episodes, and then there were suddenly 3 more. Or 2 more
really?
out of nowhere, and I don't know why. What's happening there? It's not meant to be a bingeable show. It's supposed to be this like week to week thing, and I know I didn't go into a coma and miss 3 weeks of my life. So I guess 2
Because
more.
that's been what we've been waiting for to start watching it. We decided, okay, well, we're not going to start watching Raised by Wolves yet because we know that we're going to get to the point where we're caught up and we're waiting week by week. So
yeah, and that thing's 5 episodes in now, so there's like a ton of content, and I love it. I'm absolutely in love with it. And
now you can dive into Doom Patrol while you're waiting for the new episode.
Well, see, this is and that's what I'll do. But that's my whole point. Like, I'll come to HBO Max with the intent to watch something else because, Wolves isn't out yet, so I gotta go. So, oh wait, it is. There's 2. There's 2 more, and then I'm screwed for the night. So anyway, that's great. I need to do it, and I'm glad that they're throwing their backs behind it. And obviously, a 3rd season would be great. So very, very cool. Also, Justice League gets a 4th season after a giant break of
Young Justice,
or Young Justice, not Justice League. Young Justice.
Yeah. So also at the DC Universe Fandom that took place this weekend, the cast got together for an original play that they did essentially a table reading of called Season 3.9, Episode 1, The Prize. And it is a little bit of a hint. I don't know if it's still available for everyone. You can go over to dcfandom.com and see if they still have the Young Justice panel available. But that leads right into the title of the next season, which will be titled Phantoms. Of course, Young Justice is the animated series that follows essentially the Teen Titans, is what it is, without being called Teen Titans. But you've got your Robins and your Cyborgs and your young heroes trying to make it in the world, and they take on greater and greater responsibilities with each season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I like that series.
4.
It's very good. It was good before it went away. It's called Phantoms, by the way. It has a subtitle. So Young Justice and Danny Phantom together finally at last in an animated combo. Young Justice Phantoms. Anyway, that's coming.
You've been waiting for.
You said, is there no ETA? There's no ETA. We don't
no
know
ETA on either Season 3 of Doom Patrol or Season 4 of this. These are their big announcements. I know Vancouver has opened back up and is doing some productions up there now. So maybe some of this stuff will get rolling sooner than later. But until all of Hollywood decides that it's time to reopen for business, there's still going to be a big slowdown.
All right. Finally, Dogman is the best-selling comic you're not reading. Well, you're right, because I'm not reading it, but everyone says I should be reading it.
You don't have 7 to 12-year-olds in your house, 6 to 12-year-olds.
No, I don't.
But yeah, we talk a lot on Major Spoilers and here when I come on about, how many issues a comic will sell. And, the benchmark is Batman usually sells about 100,000 copies a month. But Dogman by Dave Pilkey is a huge success. And I think it's really, we need to be looking at that. And also Hilo from, what's his name from
Judd
yes, Judd Winnick, yes, from Winnick, yes.
Oh,
people need to be looking at that as a way for comics to really start going towards, because Dogman in its 9th volume in its first week of release, 250,000 copies.
Jeez.
The previous volume 8, in the first month sold over 500,000 copies and was the #1 book for the month. Not #1 book for kids, not #1 comic book, #1 book. Wow. Of all books released in a month back in August of 2019. 500,000 copies. And it's sold more than that since then. $26 million has been made off the Dogman series. And of course, Dave has done the Captain Underpants, and he's got a couple of others that he does. I'm sure if you have kids, and people who are listening probably get inundated with the Scholastic flyers that come to your school, and your kids have probably talked about Dogman before. But when people are like, oh, we need to make comics that are going to attract kids, they are already making comics that attract kids. It's Dogman, it's Captain Underpants, it's Hilo, it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which I don't know if I'd really call that a comic book. But these are straight up comic books delivered in a single volume. I calculated it out this last week on the Finally Friday show. Dogman is 293 pages, which is roughly 8.5 comic book, issues. And for $13, that's like $1.99 an issue. And then you look at Batman or Superman, or you look at the X-Men, and they're selling, 28 pages for $5, and they're not even selling 100,000 copies per issue. And you have to wonder, wow, somebody's not doing their job when they can't get around this archaic method of delivering comics to people. And I think it's time. It's now. It's actually too late. U.S. comic industry needs to move to what the Japanese and European comics are doing, and that is single trades, complete stories, put them on a shelf for long life, sell them at a good price, and make a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah. And they also they can end up having a good digital life as well after that in that format. Also, Dave Pilkey's a cool story because everybody always thinks if you haven't figured out your amazing, awesome, knock everybody dead idea by the time you're 30, you're screwed.
Yeah.
This dude's 54. And really, just in the last few years, things have exploded for that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So stick with it, damn it, is what I'm saying. Okay? I'm mostly talking to myself. Stick with it.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, honestly, that's the right thing. And also, just when people say, hey, comics aren't for kids anymore, there's still comics for kids. And when people think the single floppy issue and they think only DC and Marvel when it comes to comics, you're thinking of comics wrong, because there's a huge industry out there and people are making lots and lots of money, and Dogman can kick Batman's ass any day of the week when it comes to sales.
Yeah, that's crazy. Very cool, though. I've seen this art before, or the Dogman art before, and I didn't put two and two together and knew it was the same Underpants guy. Now it all makes sense. Well done. We all should have thought of it first. Good job, Dave. With one V and no E, by the way, spells his name D-A-V.
I always make my youngest son mad because I always call him Dev Palicki.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not his name, Dad. It's Dave Pilkey.
Oh, yeah. Kids are fierce about
and I know honestly, I know very little about Dogman. But the other day we were driving to school and I was like, I know nothing about Dogman. I know the new book's coming out next week. I'm going to buy it for you and everything. And tell me about Dogman. And he just rattles off like the origin story of Dogman, which I'm pretty sure because he's read all the Dogman books so many times, he just memorized it and was just reciting back. I'm sure if I went to the first volume and read it, it would be just word for word exactly what he said. So
that's great.
Kids love Dogman. Kids love Captain Underpants. Kids love fart jokes and potty humor.
Yeah.
So the more of that stuff you can put in there, or a dog on a man's head, or a dog's head on a man's body that goes out and fights crime, that's what kids are into.
I know a couple of middle-aged guys that like fart jokes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's great. This and more, as always, available on the pages of majorspoilers.com. So you're encouraged to head on over there and check all that business out as frequently as you can. Listen to the podcast. Check out all their cool stuff. It's great. Anything else you want to mention this week before we go?
I'm going to go do a game stream this afternoon in about an hour, 12:30 to 1:30. It's the lunchtime game time over at the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/majorspoilers. Come hang out once this TMS show, this wonderful show, is done, and continue the conversation over there.
What are you playing today?
I think today it might be, if I can get it to work right, Slay the Spire.
Oh, Slay the Spire is great. Great game.
Yeah. If not, I'll do Mystic Vale.
Okay. And are you are you still into and good going with the Marvel game, or how's that landing on you now?
I finally got it. I didn't get to play it last week because I got really sick, like barfy sick.
Oh, man.
So I sat down and played it for like 6 hours on Saturday for the game stream. And man, there's sure a lot of cutscene stuff.
Yeah.
In the game. That as far as the punching them up and beating them up stuff, I like that. I like the combos. I like everything, but there's a lot of animated story that goes on in this, which is fun. But after 6 hours, I was like, "Whoa, man! I'm only 16% done with this, and I don't feel like I've done a whole lot of fighting."
6 hours of game means 4 hours of cutscenes, 2 hours of
pretty much right now with that game.
Well, when you beat it,
once you start getting to the war table and you can start bringing in your friends and everything, it gets a little bit more fun.
Yeah, your end game, you lose all that interstitial stuff, and it's just playing the game. So
and unlocking characters. And
stuff like that. I just unlocked Iron Man was at the end. So
your barf record is now a week.
Yeah, I had to reset it. I don't know if you want to hear the story or not. But
did you get food poisoning or something? I feel bad. I'm sorry.
No, because so I drink a lot of tonic water.
Yeah.
Just because. But so I was on this Amazon thing where they ship it every couple of weeks. You tell them to do this.
Sure.
But they kept screwing up the order. Like 1 week I got ginger ale, which Fever Tree ginger ale is not very good.
No.
And then the next time they sent me like Mediterranean tonic water, and I was like, well, I don't like this either, but I'll try it. And I did that, and then that night we had sushi with mango and lobster, and I'm not a huge mango fan. But then after I finished eating, it just felt like my stomach was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I went to bed, and I woke up at like 2 a.m, and my stomach was like, it feels like my stomach is like 10 times its size, and I was like, I've got to fix this. And so I just went in and made myself throw
It
up.
feels like there's like 11 suspects that are
I
all in
think
the lineup, and you're like, can you point to the person who made you barf? I don't know. They all look the same to me.
I think it's the combo of the weird tasting tonic water, mangoes, which I already have a problem with, and then the weird lobster. So
Lobster.
I hate
by the way,
mango.
Fever
Mango's the
Tree
worst.
ginger ale I love, and it's great as a Moscow Mule.
Well, I've had a few of them, but maybe, Brian, when I send you that other thing, I'll just pack all the rest of these up and ship them.
Well, I don't know if I want it if it's maybe spoiled. or gone
No.
bad.
The ginger ale was fine. The ginger ale
Okay,
wasn't. It was the Mediterranean tonic water, not the
Oh, yeah,
regular
I'm not
tonic
touching
water
that
that they
stuff.
sell.
Yeah, and I'm with you on mangoes. They smell like hairspray. I can't eat them. Can't do it.
Yeah, I just have had bad experiences.
I can do mango flavored things. Like if you say, "Oh, this is mango orange juice," no problem. You say mango candy, whatever, no problem. Give me an actual mango. It smells
Yeah.
like freaking hairnet. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it has to be done just right. And to me, now it's sad because everyone else in my family loves mango. My wife's family is from Thailand, so mango.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I think I'm allergic to mango. Okay, try it this time. Okay, it was fine this time. Try it the next time. Blark, at 2 a.m.
Well, I'm hoping for less blark and more what you want out of life.
Yeah, there you go.
Steven
What
Schleicher,
I want out
everybody.
of life is for people to come hang out with us over at Major Spoilers.
Oh yeah, check that out. Do that, and we should probably, and you especially after this, you should stay hydrated. Okay.
Yes, I will
All right.
definitely do that.
Be,
Thank you,
be
Scott.
hydrated. We'll see you later. All right. Brian, we've come to that point of the show where we are forced by law to play a Monday mashup from our friend and neighbor to the north, Jamie, who sent
Why
this
I
in.
do like Mondays.
I do too. It's the only thing I like about Mondays, honestly.
Mhm.
That I like doing the show, but other than that,
Oh yeah, yeah. The rest of it just
anyway, here it
sucks.
is. This is a good one because it's titled, I just assume, Frida von Potato Cheese. So whatever all that means, you're about to find out with us. Enjoy.
One of those days.
Yeah.
Going to cut you into little pieces.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Rick Moore Anus.
More anus.
Yeah, you don't want to know what Tom Nook offered to do for a truckload of water, too.
No. Let us never speak of.
That was more Slippy Toad than
Yeah, that was
Tom
a little
Nook.
slippy. Do a barrel roll. Because once in a while,
You
there'll
need
be
something to lick.
Well, I need something to lick, but also.
Well, there you go. There's a booby for you, or a nipple.
Oh, sweet. I love a nipple. Why the big balls underneath? Why? I look like a Hindu who got drunk before they put their dot in their head. I just went "Blah," and put it up in the corner and then got kicked out of the Hindu order.
So you always like, you're like, hey, have you seen my thing? Look at it. Look at it, baby. And it has to do with my daughter.
Put your wiener in my daughter. I got a boner. Shut up, Bill. I'm having sex. Ibbot and I disagree very hard on. Hard on? I will not say that.
Hard on, we disagree.
Not from behind.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
These gold leaf mashed potatoes are off the hook.
These are off the hook. These are gangster.
These are off the chain.
What will I wipe my butt with?
Scott's favorite combination of tongue and finger connection.
That sounds horrible. The idea of me grabbing my own tongue with my forefinger and my thumb sounds
You could, I
terrible.
guess you could do it with a pair of tongues, right? Or
Guess so.
sex worther, Dex, sex worther. I can't say it.
And the other one.
Frida von Potato Cheese. No? There's a lot of Vons in my fake names, I've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I need a little
It's
bridge.
it's like the rule of thirds. Vaughn makes any name funnier.
Yeah. Why is that? Yeah, why is that, damn it?
Why is that?
Yeah. Why is that?
Law of threes and Vons.
Yeah, there you
like
go.
I said,
Yep.
it's
How many
comedy.
Vons do you know? V-A-U-H or no?
Oh, V-A-U-G-H-N?
Yeah. I know precisely one. I know one.
I don't know any.
See, isn't that weird? I feel like there should be more Vons in our
We
lives.
should know more Vons.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Does
Like,
Vince Vaughn count? Well, I guess it wouldn't because I don't know him, but
well, Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's also a last name, isn't it?
it's also a last name, yeah.
Are those two related?
No, he's a Vaughan as opposed to Vince Vaughn, which is just a Vaughn.
Oh, right, yeah. That's a good point. Well, anyway, on that note, thanks, Jamie, for that. We love it, and keep those coming. We'll have more mashups from him at a later date, probably next Monday for sure, maybe even something interstitially. You never know. In the meantime, support us at patreon.com/TMS. That's where you'll find us to help us and support us. We are super cheap, way cheaper than most Patreons. You could get in for $1 and get all the extra content you ever wanted. There's also other levels, and you could do those too. But man, the bare minimum barrier to entry is just so bare minimum. Not to be redundant, but bare minimum. Anyway, that's patreon.com/TMS. And if you're looking for everything else, including where to submit your film festival submission, FilmSack, or sorry, that's not where we're at. Frogpants.com/TMS. Frogpants.com/TMS. Damn it.
Oh, you just red ringed. Are you at the red ring?
I do feel like I'm red ringing. Yeah. And they're going to swap me out for a better model. I'm losing it today.
Scott.
Anyway, that's it for the show. Thanks for listening and listening. Thanks for listening, everyone. We're going to leave now, but we need to do a song, I guess. You got one here?
We do. It's The Law. The Law.
All right.
Hi, Brian and Scott, writes Renee A. I've been binging Schitt's Creek this past week and just came upon a serenade by Patrick to David in their open mic night. It was just